Hey, welcome everybody. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. We are here for the PsiX versus Nocturnal Gamer ATL match. I am your caster Snoopy, and I am joined by my co-caster Sentinel.
Hey guys, how you doing?
All right.
I'm excited to be casting today's ATL match. It's gonna be the first time casting a pro league. So not pro league, team league, and I'm excited to see what's in store for us.
Yeah, I think we have a pretty good lineup today.
Cool.
And we are starting off the match with Redshift. So it's not on the, I guess the first match was supposed to be on Darkness Sanctuary between Ravage and Colleen W, but Ravage having some issues logging in or updating the patch rather, and so we're gonna start off with Martis and ship maps on Redshift here. Hope all the sound balance is all right. So if you guys think I should change or update the audio balance, then just let me know in the chat, and I'll do so.
So how you been holding up, Snoopy?
Doing all right. Yeah, pretty much. Just woke up like an hour ago, so I'm refreshed, ready to start this.
And it's 8 o'clock at night over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, nice.
All right, game has started. We're about to enter this. You want to take turns doing the player introduction?
Yeah, since you're streaming, you go first.
Actually, I think you go first so that I could update the score in the later stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll announce it right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Alrighty, folks, let's get it started. Spawning And the top left, sporting the red SCVs, it is Martis.
And spawning at the, I would say maybe 7 o'clock position, we have our pink Zerg from Nocturnal Gamers. It is Shit Maps. I like his name. I guess he doesn't like the ladder map pool. Do you? I don't know. Do you like the ladder map pool currently?
I like all the ones that I vetoed, and then yeah, I like it. I like the map pool. So I vetoed Dreamcatcher, Redshift, and Darkness Sanctuary. So that leaves a lot of just standard maps. And honestly, I've been having a good time this season. I'm still trying to get out of my little 10 games underneath my win rate. Right. Once I finish up today's work and this casting, and then turn my last assignment of the week, I'll be pretty much set to start grinding the ladder again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I started off with college, and we have like 5 assignments. I'm doing and finish up the last one. All I need to do is just finish it off because all I need to write a page, and then yeah. So and that's not due until next Monday, so I'll have literally the rest of the week to chill.
Oh, cool. You're doing summer school, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Because I know most college guys are pretty much done for at least the last semester. So.
Yeah. So I decided to do it one for my major. I mean, I'm doing 2 classes for a major and then 1 for band and stuff, since I'll be doing that, right? So that's why I've been doing that.
I see. All right.
First project was to make Kirby, so yeah.
All right, so this Reaper is about to come across the map. Looks like Ship Maps is actually gonna hide his drone at the dirt, which is I think pretty smart there. Gonna be able to get that. In the meantime, Reaper's gonna go ahead and try to get some damage done. Looks like Ship Maps gonna go ahead and defend this pretty easily.
The queen is now out, so there's going to be no problem for him to get out of the way. He's going to hop back over. Everything seems relatively even, and then Shitmatch is going to be taking out his 3rd base. Right on cue.
Yeah, and it looks like Martis, who's we can actually call him Jin. That's his name as well.
Okay.
Okay. Jin is gonna go ahead and take his factory on the reactor. We'll probably start making Hellion. Yep, Hellion's queued up, and it's gonna be a pretty standard Hellion opening. I'm expecting that Barracks to throw down a tech lab while that starport is making, so that he can switch it over and maybe make some Banshees.
So Jin is gonna got a scout off, so he's knowing that there's a 3rd base, so he knows he can be relatively safe from any 2 base push.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, and you just called it. He's gonna make a tech lab right on that barracks.
Yep.
His overlord is in position to start getting information. Maybe this. I don't think the Marine will be able to shoot it down before it gets vision.
Time to raise your APM.
And will he scout this? Yep, he scouts everything.
He's already going to throw down the spore crawlers, 1 in each base. He's already pretty much set. And something I learned too is that apparently Ship Maps has Diva for his announcer, and I'm just going to switch out of that perspective real quick. Ugh. So the Hellions and the Reaper are going to coming in at the same time. He's going to probably find some good roasts on these drones. I just rallied out. Going to get three kills so far.
Ooh, could have actually gotten the 4th one.
He does have quite a few queens, so if he's caught him out of position, in fact, they're kind of out of position as we speak, can possibly start roasting all over those drones and the Zerglings. The Overlord is in position to spot this out, so there's no way he's going to get caught blind.
Alright, Banshee is about to pop out. And actually, he just canceled Cloak. So he's going to go ahead and fake the Cloak. get one Banshee out, and maybe just transition after that. Yep, looks like he's going to lift the starport. Probably going to lift that barracks to start getting stim. Unless he's actually going for mech here.
Nothing just yet coming out, but he's gonna take his third base. He's gonna take out his two banshees to see if we can get a little bit harassed down. There is no, there is a spore in the third base. So Shin Maps is a really good position to just defend this. He's gonna get his layer on the way. He's got his plus melee and carapace on the way, as well as a bangling nest. So this is definitely gonna be quite possibly a I can't think of the term. Hydroling Bane battle farce or something like that.
Yeah.
He actually did have cloak for his banshees.
That was my mistake. I actually it looks like the Hellions gonna go no, the Hellbats rather is gonna go ahead and looks all these lings. Just queens left over. Oh boy, 24 links on the production tab. Will it be enough though? 4 drones going down so far. And these
Hellions are getting some work done.
Yeah, they're in such a great position here.
There's no way that this base can maintain unless like a bad macro happens. He literally just keep rallying across to see if he can get these drone pickoffs, because these drones have nowhere really to run.
Alright, and with this Spore Call is dead, the cloak cannot be detected, but the cloak just ran out. But I think this is just too much damage here already. And he has no answer yet for these Hellbats.
He can mass lings as much as he wants, but it's not going to get the job done.
Yeah. His third is going to go down, while Jin's third is already getting saturated here. And I still...
Shimap is going to take the bottom right corner map just to see if he can get anything done. But at this point, he's got a Terran rocking out his door. He's got lings out, which can definitely be a good counter, but he's just going to body block and take out those Banes with those already pretty bruised up Cyclones. They are going to get cleaned up, but the damage has been done. He already has a full saturated third base at this point. He's already got the wall set up, so no counter aggressor is going to be able to do anything. And he's just going to ramp up the mech here.
Yeah, it looks like Jin is already starting door production here. And them doors are pretty beefy here. Oh, actually, the wall was not fully tight, so these lings are going to go ahead and get some damage done, but I think Jin should be okay.
He only lost mules. But, I mean, again, that's pretty big still to lose all those mules, but I'm pretty sure they're just coming out of cooldown anyways. These lings are going to get nothing done. Even the 5 HP Banshee is going to start wailing on him. Send him a couple pot shots.
Yeah, looks like ship maps might be in a little bit of trouble. Look at this army supply, 58 to 14. And this army of Jin is coming across the map here. Now the good thing for ship maps is that he does have a lot of creep, so he can spot this attack coming way earlier and prepare, but he's definitely going to need to pump up some army right now.
He's going to actually load up a couple of the Hellions inside, so I think he's going to be willing to just drop right on top and get some major connections with those Hellbats. Even body blocking them from getting away.
Yeah, and it looks like ship maps is only just working on Ling and Baneling, and I'm not sure if that's enough here. Okay, he does clean up a good amount of Hellbats with the Baneling, so that's good. Because Thor ain't the best against mass lings, so that can definitely help. But there are some Hellbats on the side coming to reinforce, and these doors are just got so much firepower, and I think this dirt is about to go down again.
He does have a corner base mining, but this is another base that he can now afford losing. But I don't think he realizes that the other base exists, and the Hydras are about to start popping out, and that can actually start being a problem. He does have he does have the blue flame on the way, which can definitely do it. So I think he can just confidently walk up to the next base, just make sure he scans ahead, doesn't get hit by those Banes. But he does have tanks, so these Banes are not going to be able to get any decent connections if he uses them right.
Ooh, nice Baneling hits on most of the Hellbats, but there's so much army still left over for Jin, and ship maps gonna go ahead and GG. Jin or aka Martis, will take a game 1 for Psionic Aftermath, putting them 1-0 on the scoreboard.
That game definitely snowballed out of control.
Yeah,
It was pretty interesting.
that was a really good, strong timing attack by Martis. Did so much damage. And we're gonna about to go into our second game here. It is gonna be on. Well, I'm actually not sure if Ravage still have that problem, the connection problem. So either that on Darkness Sanctuary, or we're gonna go ahead to our next match on 16-bit. We shall see in just a moment. All right, so we got a bunch of people rooting for their respective clans. Gieden rooting for, of course, Nocturnal Gamer, as I think he's the lead. And then, of course, there's some people rooting for Psionic Aftermath. All right, while we wait for our next match to begin, we have a lot of events going on every week for Sonic Aftermath. So if you haven't yet, please feel free to follow us on our Twitch page, as well as our social media page if you want. All the links are in the overlay, as you can see. So we have our YouTube page, which we upload all the VODs, as well as our Twitter and Facebook.
So besides that, how's the weather over there in New York City?
It's getting into the summertime, so getting pretty warm these days. How about you?
It's California bleached, sun
Ah,
bleached all the time.
nice.
It was cooling down for the last couple of days. I think the volcano in Hawaii was really starting to affect the climate over here too, but now it's starting to heat back up.
Mm. One day I want to actually go into visit California.
It's definitely a good place to visit. You definitely want to come during BlizzCon because that's when it starts cooling down, if you're lucky.
Yeah, I hear like it's like most of the time it's like sunny, but it's also like not the humid kind of hot.
We don't experience wet heat very often, unless you're like one of those really off days where it rains and then it gets super hot. Then yeah, you get like a humidity 100% and stuff. Like that's awful. But for the most part, it's just dry heat here.
Yeah, that's awesome. As you can imagine, because I'm in New York, so you can imagine we get humidity all the time.
Mm-hmm. Where like are you in the Big Apple or are you just in
Yep, the Big
outside
Apple.
of Manhattan?
Big Apple, yeah.
Nice. Trying to think. Might as well have this stream open while we do this, huh? Let's see. There's a 2-minute delay, right?
Yep, 2-minute delay.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna actually go for our 4th set here. It seems. Maybe, I'm guessing. Oh no, actually, Ravage is gonna be replaced by Jetorix here. Okay. So we're playing our first set on Darkness Sanctuary. So a little bit on the standings so far in the Americas, ATL Americas, we basically play a total of 9 weeks, and so far we're on our 8th week. So we're about to end the regular season. Psionic Aftermath is currently 2 and 4 in the standings, so that's 7th place. Nocturnal Gamers 1 and 4, so that's 8th place. So both teams not doing the best so far. Definitely needing some wins, and I think the top 4 or 6 teams actually make it to the playoffs. So
there's a show of a chance if we really play well.
yeah, we would need like things to go our way, like, you know, maybe like the other team loses and we win, but definitely need some wins here from both teams to make it to the playoffs. All right, looks like we're about to head into our second game. Currently score is 1-0 in favor of Psionic Aftermath. So we'll see if we can extend our lead to 2-0, or Nocturnal Gamer gonna go ahead and tie up 1-1.
Alrighty. Spawning. In the top left, we have Colleen W.
And spawning at the bottom right, we have our blue Protoss representing Psionic Aftermath. It is Jeterix.
So what was the what team is this again? I actually kind of forgot for a second.
Oh, it's
we're facing
NG. They're Nocturnal Gamers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of just blew a blank. Sorry about that.
It's all right. We always blank on things every now and then. I've done it before. Everybody's done it before. Oh, looks like Colleen W going for a really fast pull here. And that's one of the advantages of this 4-player map on Darkness Sanctuary, where you can actually rush and the Protoss have to scout. This kind of brings back into I think the Wings of Liberties or Heart of the Swarm days, where 4-player maps were more common, and you had to send out usually 2 probes to scout to in both directions, just to get the scout if the Zerg is rushing or not. But Jeterix is going to go ahead and send only 1 probe, and he's actually going to go ahead and scout a little bit late, which would be to Colleen W's advantage. Although he still have yet to scout Jeterix himself, and he's actually going to spread his lings, 1 ling to the side while the rest go to across the map. He has his Overlord scouting at the south position, so he knows that he's going to scout that pretty soon.
Yeah, this could lead to some trouble. He's gonna I'm gonna pull away a little bit of attention, but this could be some pretty big trouble. He's actually, he had to cancel a probe to free up supply. Now he's got to try to wall off as soon as he can, but the lings are about to come in and start doing damage.
Alright, yeah, probes need to be pulled. That Zealot is going to go ahead and get Chrono Boost, and it will be coming up in time, but, oh, nice cancel on the gateway so far.
He's actually going to try popping up a Stargate right then and there, and you know what? It might actually end up working. All he's got to do is hold against these lings. I think he's going to have no problem with that. He's got the wall set, and now he's just going to have to Chrono Boost out that Adept to really fortify the position. There are more lings coming in, so this could cause some problems. But they're going to, these probably going to hold the line as best as they can. They're actually doing a pretty decent job. Not really slipping through. And the pylon's actually going to be going up. And here comes the Adept coming in for the save. That might actually help. The lings actually get on through and start doing some damage, and they start getting a wraparound against this Adept.
Yeah, this Adept is tucked in pretty nicely, but there's just too much lings, and oh man, this is getting a little bit out of control. The good thing for Jeterix is that Colleen W has not yet sent over or made more lings, so this is pretty much it. If he can hold this, then he should be still okay.
He does have plenty he actually isn't really doing much besides just making queens and a couple drones. So he did do some damage, but he definitely probably could have killed him if he would have just made more lings. But I guess that's a good thing because now he can just easily defend against these lings with the adept, and he has his wall set up and the Stargate going.
Now it's important to note that the Zerg is still on 2 bases, has yet gotten his 3rd base, but the drone adventure is getting way out of control, or it's starting to, because right now it's 27-21. Usually at this point, the Protoss would usually be a little ahead, or at least even. Oh man, more probes going down.
This hurts.
Yeah. And that's the reason why a lot of Protoss vetoes this map, Darkness Sanctuary. Because this, you know, usually 4-player maps is harder to scout rushes from Zerg players. Well, to be honest, or to be fair, I think most players, even Zerg and Terran, vetoes this map.
Yeah, I would too. I definitely did. So
I'm willing to bet that this is one of the most veto map by players out there. All right, Jedric's gonna go ahead and get a little ballsy here. Gonna go ahead and get the faster base while he goes across his map with his Oracle. Try to get some damage done. Maybe try to even up the worker killed count. So far, 13 workers killed by Kaolin W versus Jedric's 0. So maybe he can try and get some damage done. But 4 calls already down for Kaolin W, so he should be fine.
he's actually going to start popping up his layer now. And then he's also adding on his gas, so we could see something interesting. He has his 3rd base on the way, Jeterix does. And things are kind of stabilized right now. He still has a little bit of a worker lead, but that can easily be fixed. Ooh. But Kowloon, or Kali W, is actually going to be getting a Nidus network.
This is some really nice play from Kaolin W. This map is pretty far away across, at least cross position wise. So using the Roach Nidus is going to definitely attack pretty soon, especially since he did a lot of damage in the beginning. So Jetrix doesn't have a lot so far. He's adding 3 more gateways. But it's, again, gateway units versus Roaches, which is kind of hard. Especially he's getting Glaives. Like, Adepts doesn't do any damage against Roaches. So this is going to hit pretty hard. Oh, Nidus.
And here comes.
And is in front of the production building. So if you take out that pylon, then he can actually unpower 3 gateways there. Ooh, nice stasis ward, but I think the stasis ward only will freeze 1 unit at a time.
Oh, he actually manages to get a transfuse, and this is all. Oh, he got so much transfuses off. It's just, yeah, it's not going down anytime soon. He does get the Nidus Worm, but the Oracle is going down, and here comes another Nidus Worm. He actually sniped off a queen, but his Oracle is just gonna go down, and here comes another one, just gonna end up more trouble.
Yeah, he can't stop that one, and man, Jetrix, I don't think he's gonna be able to hold on to this. He's working off of basically 4 gateways, and he doesn't even have blink on these stalkers, so this is just pure stalkers. He does recall his probe line, so he saves his probe at the main base, but he still doesn't have enough army. Look at this, 64 to 16 army supply. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty hard to stop. He's trying to make a Void Ray, but 1 Void Ray against 4 queens, I'm not sure that's gonna help.
Yeah, he's gonna get the transfuse, and he's gonna realize, yeah, this is kind of getting a little bit dire here.
Yeah, he's actually gonna sacrifice his main base. But oh man, Nidus Network at the 3rd base.
Man, this does not look good.
Yeah, Jetrix just can't do anything against this.
Even the queen having high ground vision somehow. I don't even know how. Managed to get
from the high ground. Yeah, that gives him high ground vision, as well as the overseer. But yeah, Doesn't look like Jedrix can. Oh, man, actually, maybe he can still defend it. But 16 Hydra's on the way. And he's definitely going to get this Robo if he's continue target firing it. Oh, wait, actually, maybe. It's going to be close. Oh, yeah, he's going to go ahead and kill that Robo. And that was his answer to the Roaches and Queens. So he's going to go ahead and work off still 1 Gateway and 1 Stargate. That's all.
And at the same time, he's going to be making a bunch of Hydras, and the game continues on. But he's running on a 21 probes, and at this point, they're still killing probes. 31 probes have gone down, and there's another Nidus in the base already.
Yeah, where are the Hydras? Hydras walking across the map instead of using Nidus. I think he forgot he had a Nidus actually at the main base. But yeah, this is pretty much the march to victory here by Cowling W. I don't see any way how Jedrix can defend against this. Again, he's still working off of 1 Gateway and 1 Stargate. So this is it's gonna be really, really hard to deal with. Yep, at this point Jedrix is not gonna try. He's gonna go another map. He's gonna go ahead and GG, and Cowling W ties up the series 1-1.
Yeah, that was an interesting game.
Yeah, I think Cowling W just abusing that map, taking advantage of that 4-player positioning, making it hard to scout, and did so much damage with in the early game with those lings, and that just led him to do a Roach Nidus, and yeah, at that point it's like really hard to stop. Oh, we have a cheer by Xenodactyl. R.I.P. He says. Thank you for the cheer. Any support is appreciated.
Let's see. You see, get more bits.
All right, we're gonna be heading into our third game, tied up 1-1. It is gonna be on 16-bit, which is actually one of the maps that a lot of people, I think the majority likes to play on as well. Compared to, at least compared to Darkness Sanctuary, which I think not a lot of people like. All right, so far we have 23 viewers in the stream. Thank you all for tuning in. Welcome, welcome. And we're about to get started into our third match here.
Nice.
And it's going to be a TVZ, so... Oh, wait, actually, no, wait. I don't think... Is Gideon playing? No, Gideon's not playing. Jig is playing, so it's going to be a ZVZ here.
Okay.
So mirror matchup.
Guitar cheese. Or is it easy playing or no?
Yep, guitar cheese.
Okay, so we're just waiting on the race check and then we can get started.
Oh, actually, maybe he's gonna play Terran. Who knows? He actually plays random. He can play all 3 races.
Oh.
But his main race is Zerg. But he does play random for fun.
All right. Well, it seems like we're gonna be getting a Terran guitar cheese today.
Nice. So I guess we won't have that mirror matchup. But I do love TVZ. I think it's a really fun matchup to watch. So I'm not complaining.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then 16-bit, it's gonna be pretty cool to watch.
Indeed. All right, here we go. Game loading up.
Alrighty. Spawning in the top right, representing NG, the Nocturnal Gamers. It is Jig.
Yep, the jig is up. At the bottom left, we have our red Terran here. He loves his guitar and he loves cheese. Not the game, not StarCraft cheese, but literal cheese. It is guitar cheese. So one thing about this map, I think most people like this map just because of the in-base base, the pocket expand. So you can expand pretty easily, you know, maybe some Nexus first or Command Center first or Hatch. Well, Hatch first is usually the standard, but yeah. So I think Terran and Protoss usually likes to play on this map as well as Zerg.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that it's quite a bit of a rush distance definitely does not allow it to like be easy just to rush.
Yeah, usually you see macro game on this map. Not a lot of cheeses, cause again, most players will expand as well in the in base, so it's easier for them to defend, as well as the pathing. Like you said, it's not doesn't make it as easy to rush compared to like a map like Callus or something.
Mm-hmm. Something I've noticed that when you do a scout, if you start from your main base and you click on the mineral patches from the top, the actual main, your worker will go all the way through the center and then go back around. But if you do it on the natural, it goes down and around and back up. And even none of them actually lead you. Even if you do an early scout, it doesn't actually like allow you to either go to block the hatchery from being built, for example.
Oh, nice. That's some good info over there.
So like, but even then, even if you did block it, they have the other base. But just being able for the Zerg, it's so much easier just to take this this front base. So it would be so much easier to defend after the main stages.
Yep, Reaper's gonna go ahead. Oh, might actually get trapped here. Nice micro there. Ooh, saving that link as well. So really nice micro by Jig.
The Queen's gonna pop out.
By the way, if you notice, Jig did expand at the outer one, which is usually favorable for Zerg. They can get the creeps started towards their opponent a lot quicker. Oh wow, almost got the creep. But
yeah, nearly got the creep tumor, but he took the life of the Reaper.
Yeah. So no more scouting by guitar cheese with the Reaper. No more harass. Could have I don't know.
Why are creep tumors so ugly? It's like it's like the kind that you just stare at, but you just like, I wish I wasn't looking at that, but it still like makes you stare at it. Right? He's actually gonna have a tech lab already up and running, and Jig is gonna get the complete vision of all of this.
So this is.
In fact, he doesn't even care. He's just gonna stay there because I don't even see any forms of anti-air here.
Yeah, well, the Banshee's gonna take some time to beam bait and also fly across, but the Jig will be prepared in time. He's gonna go ahead and start the spore at a time where it finishes just as soon as the Banshee does come. But in the meantime, Guitar Cheese does got the 4 Hellions going across the map. Gonna go ahead and probably get some harass done, maybe deny some creep spread.
He's got waited for his 6 of them, so he's gonna start coming out across the map.
But there is 3 queens, so he should be able to defend this. Although I think he needs some links. 14 links on the production tab. Gonna go ahead and just make those 14 just to make sure that he doesn't die to these Hellions if they run by. But these 3 queens gonna go ahead and scare them away.
At this point, I'm pretty sure the Hellions can beat him out if they just micro right.
Yeah, but good target. I mean, good micro by Jig. He's gonna go ahead and pull that lower life queen back. The Banshee does come into the base of Jig, the base, and the Spore Creator just a little bit late, so he will allow Guitarchi to get some drone kills too, which is not great, but not at least it's not zero.
At the same time, a big counterattack comes in and starts racking up the kills. He actually ran right by the Hellions, but they didn't actually get their shots off because they're just out of position.
Oh no.
Not taking too much damage, but he's lost 5 SCVs, and this Overlord is still here, getting a full scan off of everything. Guitar Cheese is obviously gonna be transitioning back. He sees the armory going down. He's gonna get his 3rd base up, right? And then we're just gonna see what happens next.
Ooh, this is a lot of Hellions though. Does Jake have enough to defend against this? He's down in army supply, 34 to 21, but he's ahead in the worker, so he can defend. He can even actually lose a couple of drones and still be okay with the almost 20 supply worker lead.
Yeah, he does have his 4th on the way, but these Hellions and Cloak Banshees can be a real threat. And the Spore Crawler's kind of out of position here. If he could corner these queens, and oh, there's going to be some big damage here.
Oh, Spore Crawler is about to finish, so he will be able to get the detection. But these queens are in such a pocket. Oh my god, this is like a really weird positioning. But there's so much queens, so I think he should still be okay.
You do have good transfuses, so
oh yeah,
they might actually be able to clean this up. But yeah, he's gonna see if he can get whatever drone kills he can. That would help out a lot in this situation.
Yeah, only losing 3 drones from that, so really well done by Jig there. Not losing too much, and he already had a worker lead, a good worker lead. So yeah, really good position by Jig so far. Now Guitarchi's not out of the game yet. He's still okay. Got the 3rd saturated, or at least soon to be saturated.
He's gonna start ramping up the factories now. It's gonna start helping out a lot. He does get 7 drone kills, so that definitely helps in this grand scheme of things. They're actually nearly even on worker supply, so that just bought him enough time to macro up really nicely. He's gonna drop down the Mule Hammer, and he's actually gonna be getting an infestation pit, so he might be seeing an earlier hive. Who knows? And then he's gonna throw down his Hydralisk Den, as well as a Bangling Nest, and get +1 melee.
You know, the story of this game is probably going to be if that Overlord and Guitarchi's base manages to survive into the late game, or will it get killed? Because that Overlord just like chilling there like throughout the whole game. So.
Yeah.
Wow, it looks like Jig is gonna get every tech tree. He's getting roaches, Hydralisk, Baneling, Infestation Pit. He's getting every tech tree right here.
And he's getting And he's getting into a hive at the same time.
Ooh, but he gets scouted. Nice scan. The scan just goes right in time to see the hive, the early hive. So Guitarchi should be able to know what's up.
He's gonna start moving out. He should probably start thinking of investing in some Thors, because that would definitely help out. But we'll see, because this is kind of like a very swarm army. Lings and roaches and banglings.
Now I love.
Go ahead.
I was about to say I love this attack move from Guitarchi. This timing, he did scout the hive, so that's when usually the time when you want to actually hit the Zerg when they're transitioning into hive, when they don't have anything. But oh my god, there's nothing at the home of Guitarchi, so these lings is gonna go in and get some damage done, and that forces Guitarchi to move his whole army back. Oh boy, what a great move by Jig.
He managed to take a pretty decent trade, only losing 6 of those SCVs, but again, that still hurts. He's just lucky that he didn't actually manage to let him in. And finally, that Overlord's gonna eventually get sniped.
Yep.
They probably just gave him so much time. And now back at home, Jig has enough. He's gonna throw down his Spire at the same time. He's gonna add on 12 more drones, so he's actually gonna be up at 88 drones. So a good move out, and this army can definitely shred it. There are plenty of banglings to soak up all this damage. Here comes the Hellbat transformation. They're both wanting to take down these rocks and like, you know what, let's do this.
Yeah. Now Jig bought enough time for him to get high, but he did not get the Spire down early enough, so he doesn't have great Spire. So there's a timing for Guitar Cheese to hit before Blue Lords come out.
And he has plenty of Vikings either way, so even if they did pop out, he has enough to answer. The Hydras are there, and he's going to start slow walking his fleet-farting his siege tanks and getting himself into a pretty decent position.
Ooh, these tanks are doing just so much damage, and yeah, the Spire just finished, but will he be able to survive long enough to get those Brood Lords out? Tanks?
He's gonna hit the deck with the Vikings, and they're actually gonna buy a lot of time for these tanks just to shell. They kind of found themselves in a good position. Now all the Zerg army is just gonna get shredded from these tanks. He's got quite the tank line, and he's got reinforcement Hellions coming up.
Yeah.
This fourth base is actually going to be going down. He does have 5 bases, and he's got himself a planetary fortress on the way, so he's definitely macroing well behind this. But he's definitely does not have anti-air anymore, and he sees, and Jig sees that. And he's only kind of running on a few Vikings, which is probably not exactly what he needs at this time.
Yeah, so the Muse is gonna definitely have to clean up this whole army before the army does enough damage against him. And Guitar Cheese is just moving in. Door production on the tab for Guitar Cheese, so he's gonna go ahead and try to go some anti-air. But again, this army from Guitar Cheese needs to get as much damage done before the Mutas clean them up.
If he can take out these next 2 bases, that would be huge. Because at that point, he doesn't really have too much mining. He does have these bases, which just kind of hurts a lot. He's actually going up to 90 drones. I'm not sure if I kind of like that call, because I mean, what's going to happen if the Terran just remaxes? I mean, you're going to have a smaller army than he does.
Yeah,
and he has not started. He hasn't even started Corruptors yet, or a Greater Spire. So the whole point of the getting Broodlords hasn't really been fulfilled yet. He's just kind of hurting for gas, but.
So that's a big deal that the Greatest Spire has not yet actually started, which means Guitar Cheese will have enough time to prepare for the Brood Lords. In the meantime, oh man, Guitar Cheese sending the Hellions into the base of Jig. We'll get some drones, maybe 11 drones, nice.
11 drones.
But look, 76 workers. So all that drone that Jig made kind of helped him in the end. Oh, he's back up to 84 drones. Oh boy.
Guitar Cheese is gonna drop the Mule Hammer to get himself back into this economy. He's gonna add a couple more factories, but he needs something for those Hydras. And they're actually it's just Hydras. Just Hydras are coming across the map right now. And their damage potential is kind of low, but he's going to catch out of position. But the Hellion's going to come in and cut cross. That could actually be pretty big if he can lose all of these Hydras. He's getting into position with these siege tanks. Pretty decent. Oh, and he actually starting the barbecue roast right here.
Yeah, if you have enough Hellions, they can actually they can fare pretty well against Hydras, just because, you know, Hydras are light units and Hellions does extra damage to light. So Guitar Cheese will be able to defend against that. But what is Jig going for? He does have the Greatest Spire just started. So he's going to go ahead and rely basically on Hydras at this point. Oh my god, there's a lot of Hellions going into the Jig space again. But there's going to be 4 Spine Crawlers, so well prepared by Jig.
And he needs to realize that he has bases all over the place. He has, like, his entire side is taken. And he doesn't know that. So he's finding in places that are well fortified, and there's definitely places that aren't as well fortified, and that could be pretty huge. And that's a lot of Hydras. Does have the Liberators up and running. Bunch of changelings just getting absolutely shredded there.
Ooh, not really great trades for Guitarchis there. But he's gonna finally be able to siege up his tank and get out of this little choke area.
Oh wow, the Viper's actually doing some pretty good yanks on the Liberators, but the micro kind of just let Guitarchis get in a good position. He's gonna start slow pushing right now.
Yeah, and Great Spire just finished. He is gonna spend on his resources on the roaches just to survive this. As long as he can survive this, he can start teching into maybe Brood Lords. But it's looking pretty scary at this point. Oh man, this position by Guitarchis is so strong. So many Vikings being sieged up. And what a
These
trade.
tanks are getting some value.
Yeah, these tanks are doing hella damage. Oh man, blinding cloud, but it's only gonna be on one tank. But I think
The Vikings hitting the deck is huge too. But
yeah,
I mean,
for
he has such a like economy that he can just remax real quickly. It's kind of scary. Now he's just starting the slow push. There's no way he can take up to Broodlords with all this happening.
Yeah,
he's gonna be able to yoink him though, which is kind of big.
Unless
stopping the siege from
he
happening.
Sacrifices this base, but I don't see that happening. This positioning by Guitarchi is really good, and it looks like Jig is gonna go ahead and try to get a concave attack from both sides to decrease the amount of splash damage here. And actually getting the reinforcement here, so nice move by Jig. Cutting off the reinforcement, forcing him to move back. But this base of Jig is definitely gonna go down. Oh, but actually he's gonna go ahead and counterattack. Guitarchis is pretty well fortified with his planetary, but is it gonna be enough? I don't think so. That's a lot of Hydras and the Mutas as well coming for the tanks. Oh no.
Yeah, that brings it back down to three versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 base Zerg.
Oh man, yeah, and these Mutas are still killing all these tanks. Might be best for Guitarchi to lift his main base up and mine somewhere else. Okay,
he's gonna lose all of his tanks. Ouch.
Oh yeah. Oh no, and the army from that Guitarchis had on the crossing map tried to retreat and was taken out by Jig. So Jig, with two great moves here, all of a sudden he's enjoying doubles the supply of Guitarchis at 200 versus 102.
This is kind of scary stuff here.
Yeah. And at this point, Jig can pretty much trade his whole army and just start getting, like, I don't know, Ultralists, Vipers, Broodlords, Corruptors, going to that really late game army composition.
He has so many bases. Here comes another Mule Hammer. Yeah, but this is kind of scary. This is a bad position. He's actually gonna get caught out again. He's gonna try going for the third base location of Guitarchis. The Hellions are actually gonna spot it out right before it happens, but here comes the fight. A pretty big blinding cloud on those siege tanks.
Yeah, and I think this is pretty much game here. The swarm is really big here, and GG by Guitarchi. So Nocturnal Gamers gonna go up 2-1 in this best of 7. Oh no, best of 5. I'm sorry, best of 5. Definitely a great game by both players, but Jig with those two moves, I think, really gave him that win there. So
that was some pretty intense game.
yeah.
Definitely kind of snowballed out of control. Jin was able to get such a huge economy early on. He was like double double the drone count from the very beginning, but yeah.
Yeah, he went to like 85 drones or something like that.
At the max, he had like 92.
Wow.
I'm gonna grab my glasses. I left them on the bed real quick.
All right. All right, so this fourth map we're going into will be on Acid Plant, which is also another great map.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, so let's see what's happening in the Twitch chat. Looks like a lot of people thinking Jig is pretty good at StarCraft, which, yep, is pretty true. Great player indeed. All right, we should have our game started pretty soon. It looks like Sunny is in game, so might have to wait for him to come on. I mean, finish that and then come on. Oh wait, actually, okay, so he's in here, so that's good. I wonder what would have happened if Guitar Cheese played Zerg, which is his main race, but he's still pretty good with Terran. He had his moments of winning or chances.
Yeah, definitely not. It was definitely a good effort. It's just that like things kind of just get spiraled out of control real quick.
Yeah, I see a lot of, like, you know, even Protoss and Terran players lose a lot against those Lings counterattacks. Those are so deadly if you don't have anything to defend at home. But this time around, in our fourth game, we'll be having a PVZ. So we'll see how these two players does.
Forgot how do you cheer?
You go cheer and then the amount of cheers that you want, no space between them.
It's just like exclamation point cheer.
No, just cheer, and then like if you want to donate 20, so cheer 20 without spaces between. All right, there we go. 15 cheers by Sentinel.
There we go. Sweet.
Go ahead and cheer, guys, if you want to cheer for your player to win. Either cheer for Sunny or cheer for Geeton. And here we go. Fourth game, Acid Plant. Score is currently 2-1. Match point for Nocturnal Gamers. If they win this one, then they win the series. If PsiX Aftermath wins this, then it'll be tied 2-2, and we'll go into our ace match. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and introduce our players.
Spawning in the bottom right, representing Psionic Aftermath, their last hope to remain in this series. It is Sony.
And at the top left, we have our green Zerg. Representing Nocturnal Gamers, it is Geeton. Alright, so on this map, This is pretty I think Protoss out of maybe out of Lost and Found maybe. I think this map is a pretty good map to cannon rush. Just because there's an area I think like tucked between the natural and the main where you can actually wall off with like 2 pylons instead of 3.
Yeah.
So you can see some cannon rushes here, but it looks like Sunny is gonna go ahead and just play out standard. Looks like a gate into expo, but Geeden as well playing pretty standard, going for a hatch, gas into pool. So nothing too crazy so far.
He's gonna quickly poke back in, and everything seems relatively normal. So he's gonna get a second gas. Kind of leaving a little bit of a gap in his wall, but that's clearly intentional. So not gonna worry about that too much.
That's a great wall actually. It'll be good enough for a stalker and adepts to move in and out while preventing links from running into the base. And we shall see what tech Sunny goes for as soon as this adept is made. It looks like he's not researching warp gate, so he's gonna save that money for a Stargate. So right now PvZ, I guess the main meta is Stargate openings. They're pretty good.
It does force out a big force out response, so which could end up leading to quite a bit of damage in the end, I guess. Sony's gonna poke in right now. He's gonna see the third base coming up. He's just gonna hightail it back home with his little probe. In the meantime, the adept's gonna come in and see what scouting information can get done.
Xenodactyl in that did cheer 10 bits, so thank you for the cheer, Xeno. Alright, so the adept's gonna go ahead and scout just to check the drone count, see if there's any good saturation or if there's like no drones. But does see the third base, so Sunny should feel good about his positioning in terms of there's no aggression coming out from the Zerg. And this, I think the Stargate is done. Yep, he's gonna make an Orko, and it will be going across the map. Now I don't think Geeden scouted this, but he should expect it just because of the warp gate was kind of late in terms of this research. So Orko's going across the map, and is the spore color up on time? The main base spore color is up in time. There's no spore color in the natural yet. However, Sunny doesn't know this, so he's gonna go ahead into the main base.
The range on Queens is crazy to me.
I think it's like 7 range or something.
8 range.
8 range. Oh, okay.
8 range on a Queen. That's crazy. Well, I mean, and then Talons is range 5, and that's like their melee attack, and that's 5. That's weird. It's weird, but it's okay. I don't mind it.
Alright, so looks like Sunny is going to go ahead and get the 4 gate with the Templar Archive. So it's definitely going to be that Archon drop, and as well as going for his third base. This is a build that I'm currently using in PvZ as well. I kind of just I just downloaded a bunch of Puck's replays and just he's been doing the same build, so just kind of copied it. And it's gonna allow him to get the dirt base while harass with the 2 Archon drop, and then of course he will start getting charge and then storm as well afterwards while making immortals out of that robo.
The Purifier Archons are so cool looking.
Oh yeah, for sure. You got that skin. That's definitely worth just the purchase of it.
Just the Archon though.
Oh, just the Archon. Oh yeah.
No, I mean, I like all of the skins. They're awesome. Like,
oh,
this ain't good. This ain't good. He actually managed to get a bunch of wailing on him. He's gonna get a good stasis ward that's gonna stop the queen. That'd probably be a prime spot to drop, but he actually managed to get down the Archons down pretty low in terms of their shielding.
I think Sunny forgot to make a observer out of his robo after the war prism, because usually you make the observer after the war prism that allow you to not only harass with the Archons but also start killing creep tumors with the Archons.
He had an observer on the way. He must have accidentally canceled it or something.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't have an observer currently, so.
Yeah, in the meantime, a big roach attack is going to be coming across the map. Is he going to be prepared for this? He doesn't have that much at home. He has an immortal, but that's a lot of roaches to be taken all out at once.
Ooh, yeah.
They're just going to snipe out the cybernetics core. Yeah, that is a lot to be taking all at once.
Yeah, if you can save the immortal is going to be the main damage dealer. But oh man, his third base is getting ravaged, and all these probes is going to go down. Oh, 18 probes going down, and this is not looking really good for Sunny. Eden, just units are coming across the map. Archon's still doing damage across the map, but I think he should be good enough to defend against that. In the meantime, Sunny has such a small army compared to the Roach and Ling army of Eden here.
Yeah, he's gonna recall his Archons to defend this third base, but that's a lot to take all at once, and then these Archons are just going straight down.
That's so tough. And these roaches gonna go march on top of the army and just basically clean out. And the swarm is real, guys.
Ouch.
And yeah, he's looked like he's gonna go ahead and probably take down this second base of Sunny. Oh man, 21 workers going down. So even if he does clean this up, this is pretty much a GG by Sunny here.
He even made a desperation Void Ray to help out.
Yeah, I just don't see how Sunny can come back from this.
Yeah, he's finally gonna go back and see if he can kill off that that Nexus. He's actually gonna try baiting out. He actually manages to get quite a few of the roaches with that. He's gonna try to bait it out, but he's gonna get the Nexus down anyways, and it's not looking very good. He has Hydras out, so now like there's no way that this Void Ray will be able to do much anymore after this situation.
Yeah, yeah. So he's gonna be able to, you know, clean this up, but Gideon at home does have a lot of army, and I think yeah, as soon as he goes out, oh, this is gonna be pretty scary. Okay, ooh, he does have Storm, so he did finish that, but again, this army still looks really small.
He's gonna see if we can get a good tag on him. He actually manages to get the tag, but at the cost of the Oracle's life.
Yeah, and at this position, every unit counts, so definitely don't want to lose your army there. And looks like Gideon's gonna go ahead and split up his army. Maybe even go for the surround.
Yeah, it's all hands on deck. He has his storms ready, but will it be on? They are pretty on point so far, but these Hydras and Roach is gonna get back on. He has enough for 3 more storms-ish around there. But but he might be able. He's gonna get the cancel on this. He's just gonna go back, reinforce, and you know what? It doesn't look that good at all unless the storms are gigantic and there's a dream. But it doesn't look like that dream's gonna last very long.
Oh yeah, one last storm. Xeno trying to cheer with for Sunny, but it looks like Sunny might have to tap out here. There's just so much Hydra and Roaches here, decimating the entire army of the Protoss. And GG, Gideon takes the win for Nocturnal Gamers. 3-1 is the score. So congrats to Nocturnal Gamers for winning this clan war.
Oof. GG to Nocturnal Gamers. Congratulations to you guys.
So they will be 2 and 4 in the standings. Sonic Aftermath will go 2 and 5 in the standings. All right, so I guess that wraps up this clan war. Any last words before we wrap this up?
Sir, go pee. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I hope you guys had a good time watching. I definitely did. It was interesting to watch a good GM event, like always. I've had a great time today, and I hope you guys are too. I'm gonna get back to college work, and then let's see if we can hit that letter. I gotta get myself to Diamond 1 somehow. So,
yeah. All right, yeah.
I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm just gonna sign off for now, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Yep.
I'll let you finish up here, Soupy.
Yeah, just mirroring your words. Thank you all for tuning in. If you haven't yet, follow us on our Twitch page. We have a lot of events every week, a couple events going usually. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.